All right, welcome back to Tacky Tablecloths. This is episode 8.
Whoa.
Well, there was something going there, and then you just fucked it.
Alright, go again.
What's up?
This is episode 8, right?
Yeah, this is actually episode 8.
Anthony,
No, it's episode 9.
That's what I thought.
Oh, shit.
Never mind. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, we've done too many of them.
I'm not.
We haven't even really done that many of these.
Anthony's fault.
I know, shit's blending together. Reality is not real anymore.
Welcome to episode
nothing
12.
Nothing is true. Don't believe anything.
13.
Fake news.
That's Anthony's fault because he kept calling it fucking episode 8 when it was episode 7. So then when we actually filmed episode 8, and I just went back and just rewatched episodes, that's 100%.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I was just looking at some of the... Whatever. Anyway. Alright, well, do your little intro. Go.
It's too late for that.
Was that
My
it?
name's Alex.
I forgot my name. Bryn.
That's Bryn.
I'm Justin.
Cameron.
Oh,
fucked it up, man.
That's our special
Hey,
special
can you
guest
please
star.
introduce-
yeah, this
me
is our
first?
special and honored guest star, Cameron.
How do you guys know each other?
That's me.
Since I don't know.
We used to work together at the old Kroger back in the day.
Yeah, it was actually, he told a story about me in a former podcast, didn't you?
I did. I mean, I didn't tell anyone your
We
name.
won't tell you what
Oh,
it
was that
We
you?
won't- No. No, I was one of the characters.
Go back and take a rewind.
He
guys.
was one of the characters.
I know exactly what it is, because I feel like you might have told me that before, but I can't remember. I don't know.
Do you wanna start off with your story about Elmo?
No, we don't go in there. That's
Elmo?
No.
we got to keep that clean.
So what do we got going on the show this week, guys?
Well, we've got a couple of things to talk about. I know Bryn's got some issues that he's just burning up to
Am I?
tell us about.
I usually write this down before the show, but then I didn't, so you're in charge of that this week.
Okay.
You
Well,
need to write something?
No.
one of the things we could talk about is, especially since Cameron himself just finally played it, you know, there's a big thing going on where people are citing video game addiction and Fortnite as being a big issue for our youth.
Yeah, every time I play Fortnite, I just feel like I'm shooting up.
I mean, like, video addiction has been, like, a thing for a while. Like, people get addicted to anything, you know.
Yes, they can, and that's why acting like it's specifically, you know...
Because
of
Fortnite's the big
because-
thing, and that kids are playing it for 24 hours straight and shitting their pants. So,
5-year-olds.
so
Yeah,
you know,
it's all
yeah,
5-year-olds.
so it's an epidemic. I mean, yeah, no, there's definitely tiny little kids playing that game because.
You're all about that illustrious win, man.
Oh yeah.
You know?
But I mean, you even think back to like when
I
those
still
people
can't
were
get one.
dying playing StarCraft 2 in South
And
Korea.
well, and like
Yeah,
like
no
World of
solo.
Warcraft, like yeah, you know, there's the stereotype now of
What's the other one? League of Legends or something?
League of Legends, but yeah, you know the unshowered man sitting in his parents' basement playing World of Warcraft.
With the catheter in.
Yeah, with the catheter. Yeah. No, it's the piss bottles. That's the old the mythos is
Did you guys hear about
what?
that? Why you should never piss off an Amazon worker?
Because they'll throw their pee bottles at
They
you.
might throw their pee ball at you.
Oh my god.
Because their working conditions are terrible.
We have
Yay, Jeff Bezos.
we have terrible working conditions in this country.
Yeah, it was 110 degrees on the thermometer at work this week. Did you
Oh,
see
an hour
that?
work? Oh yeah, dude, that's all that shit. Okay, anyway, what were we
Sorry.
talking about?
Oh no, you're fine. What was? I remember you were telling me there was some sort of an NPR thing, and they
Yeah,
were
it was. I just heard a little bit of it on the way home, but there was this psychologist, and she was like, "Well, I've been studying gaming addiction for years, and it's being linked to all these psychological disorders and whatever." And it's like, I don't know. It really sounds like the parents should just be like, "Yeah, 2 hours a day, or whatever, then go do other things." Like,
if your kid can't control himself,
kids are definitely going to be more susceptible to that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it's like people binge watch like Netflix all the time. They watch, you got parents watching copious amounts of TV and stupid daytime talk shows and all this other dumb crap they watch. Like, playing a video game is not especially like an online game like Fortnite. 'Cause she was trying to say it like underdeveloped social skills and stuff, and kids are. It was like, really, because a lot of my social skills were formed by like playing online games with my friends after school.
It forces you to like learn about a person from a completely different part of sometimes the world, if not the country.
I've had like English friends online.
Yeah.
I played Nazi zombies with a Russian guy before who told me he was on magic mushrooms.
Oh, fucking
I'm like, how are you doing this, man?
Fucking A,
He's
dude.
like, I don't know, man. Like, all right, well, I'm adding you as a friend. His name's Jacko51. If he's still on Xbox Live, Jacko51.
Yeah.
He's a respected businessman, and you just cost him his career.
Yeah, right.
He was on the magic mushrooms.
So where was I getting at? Yeah, I mean, every couple of years, this shit pops up where it's like, video games are destroying the youth.
GTA 5.
GTA 5, 4,
GTA
San
5
Andreas,
GTA
3,
when I
2,
was like
like all
Every
of them.
single time those games came out.
All the way back to like Mortal Kombat, and
Yeah.
even before that, it's like, gaming violence. I don't know. I just
Good times.
every time I hear about like any sort of study of psychology with video games, I just get annoyed because I know these people don't.
Play video.
They don't play video games. They don't know the culture. They don't grasp it fully. So it is like obviously these are like going to be, I'm assuming, respected psychologists or whatever. But I don't. It's just different when it comes. It's always been different when it comes to video games because these are dinosaurs that don't understand this shit. What the fuck do you do?
Well, you do know. I mean, you probably didn't realize that. When I was taking psychology classes, we had to do a few like fake case studies or whatever to set up our things, and like it was always supposed to be a blind study or a double blind study. So the person who's doing the research is not necessarily supposed to know the target audience or anything like that, so that they can make educated opinions outside of what people who understand those things are. But I do think that without that perspective, trying to understand, what would lead somebody to sit down and play Fortnite for 4 hours without getting up and doing anything.
I mean, and that game is predatory. I mean, all those on, the microtransaction games that are like, they make you grind unless you just pay like, $50 for whatever dumbass skin that you want that's out that week. And you're dumb enough to pay $20 for one skin.
Dude, I'm dumb enough to pay $20 for one skin 5 times.
At the same time, you have bought loot boxes in Overwatch, so it is similar.
I understand. It's a little different.
I knew what I was getting.
I guess, but at the same time, I paid like $10 for like some like seasonal, whatever event they had or whatever.
Yeah, you paid $10, but how many times have you paid that $10? Like for how many events?
I don't know.
I'm not judging you for it because I've bought like 5. It's just that's very much how they get their money out.
Yeah,
of these things.
I'm just calling out Fortnite for charging $20 goddamn for one cosmetic item.
That is excessive.
That's excessive. I remember back in the day where shit was like $199 and you get horse armor or what. I don't remember how much horse armor was, but
They used to be able
well,
to...
it was in Microsoft points, so it's hard to know exactly.
Right, because like $10 was like 800 Microsoft points or some shit like that.
I believe the horse armor.
You
was
could
like
never use all of your Microsoft points.
No,
You'd
you
always
never
have like
could.
196 left.
Like,
How the hell did I get like 4 under?
Well, that's kind of how the
like,
V-Bucks are. Well, all those like pay-to-win games is their in-game currency is like pay $9.99, you get like 1,200 of these things, and then that also translates into like gems or some other shit. That's also some weird arbitrary number. So you don't really know how much you're spending, and then you just especially for kids who don't pay for it.
Yeah,
they use mommy's credit card for it. So
they steal mommy's credit.
Yeah, they steal mommy's credit, and then
according to those shitty YouTube.
Yeah,
videos
and then
that are clearly not staged.
Yeah, that shitty YouTube channel that's like basically encouraging kids to go do that.
Oh no! Timmy took the V-Bucks, and then you just see, like, you can literally see the reflection of Dad holding the camera at Timmy. Timmy, I can't believe you stole my money on V-Bucks.
That's almost as...
Poor Timmy.
I'm sorry. I haven't said
Could
this
have been
yet.
my bro.
But at the end of Fishing with Big Bass Billy, you put that VVD on my credit card?
Yeah.
I was like... How many takes of that did you guys do?
One.
We did
Literally
one
just
of me
one.
walking up the stairs, but you can't. Well, because you can't even see me talking. That was the voiceover.
You stole my credit card for Big Bass, whatever.
Yeah, because I was just standing there
cracking up
filming.
when I heard that because everything else matched so well. And I'm like, you stole my credit card. Like,
yeah, that's how I talk.
Michaela thought that was hilarious.
I'm not mocking your voice.
Yeah,
I'm just
No,
like,
I know. Huh?
Say that.
Well,
My girlfriend thought that was hilarious.
Well, awesome. Tell her we say thanks.
It's just funny because, like, I mean, we're kind of off topic here, but, like, Brent and I made that one, a couple of months ago, and then it took this long to even release because we both thought that it was kind of shitty.
Yeah, it was just some, like, dumb little thing like we did in the afternoon.
Everyone who's watched it has liked it better than anything else that we've made, and I'm like, really?
I think it appeals to a wider audience.
I guess. It's more conventional than late.
Yeah.
It's more what?
Conventional.
Yeah, it's also not like 11 minutes long. But
that too.
Yeah,
helps.
I think that helps.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Like, I'm glad that people like it.
Yeah, that late was our weird black and white improv art project.
So you guys did you change the color to red in post? I'm assuming you didn't have some sort of red lights.
No, that's what I did. I mean, all I did was just that scene was just super dark anyway, so like, let's make it fun. And so I just went to the color correction, just slid red all the way up.
I think it really added to the added to that kind of. I don't know what you were going for, but it feels like
a weird paranoid acid trip, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's the redneck version of the Telltale Heart.
Yes.
That's how I.
Are you kidding me?
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, I think.
No, it just.
Actually, I don't know if the cameras can see. I don't know if I saw it, but yeah, Big Bass Bill is up there on the wall.
He's right there.
We keep
I bought
them up.
that at thrift store for $1. It was already signed.
$1?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Say that on there, or does it?
I can't read that fucking handwriting. I just, in my head, that's Big Bass Billy. He's a pro fisher.
Hey, that could be worth money, and you might not even
We're just using it as a prop.
put it on eBay.
It might
Big
someday.
Bass, along with football playing Jesus.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah,
Where'd you get that one?
The thrift store as well.
Right over here.
That one was at the Westerville Sunbury Goodwill. Same with that. Actually, I think all of our weird paintings have come from the Sunbury Goodwill.
Oh, that place has the best
It's the gold
stuff.
mine.
Yeah,
All
the
the
gold.
old people.
Yeah, all the
Where I'm
old
going
people
this
sell
afternoon.
their weird
The walls are
artwork, and then weird people like us buy it because we think it's hilarious.
And then the cashier gives me a dirty look.
Yeah, every time.
You don't actually enjoy this, young man.
Do you have any other?
Yeah, got a couple of things.
All right.
Talk about. So
Shoot 'em and scoot 'em.
let's go next.
Cool.
I hate to bring it up again, but because it is again in the news, Star Wars related. Did you hear about the remake the Jedi campaign?
Oh, I vaguely saw it. I've been avoiding Star Wars
that's
things,
going to happen.
but
There's a group of people. They're on Twitter and everything else like that.
they want the Last Jedi to be remade.
They want to remake The Last Jedi. They're claiming that they have producers willing to finance it.
Oh, I'm sure
as
they
long
do.
as-
Everybody
As
wants to
long
make
as,
that
as
little.
long as Disney allows it to happen. But Ryan Johnson specifically just like retweeted it and was like, please remake this film. I want you to see how fucking difficult it is to make a movie. Because it's all just a bunch of fucking like Twitter trolls and shit, you know? Like
Right.
these people are gonna whatever they make, it's going to be awful. I can
yeah.
guarantee that if they somehow get the rights to it. It's just I think that's hilarious. That people are so fucking outraged by a movie, just a dumb, harmless action movie.
Well,
That they're acting
that's the
like...
problem. Well, okay.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna get into Star Wars again. That's the problem. Is it's a big dumb action movie.
I'm just saying, like it's just a sci-fi movie. It's not your life.
Sorry, Star Wars isn't sci-fi.
Why not?
Sci-fi
Thank
fantasy.
you. Sorry, Star Wars isn't sci-fi. It's a space opera. Thank you very much.
It's sci-fi fantasy.
It's not a sci-fi.
It's about wizards in space.
Yeah, that's fantasy. It's not sci-fi though.
Regardless,
I thought that-
classify it-
Star Trek is sci-fi.
Oh, full on, yeah.
Yeah.
But I classify it as sci-fi fantasy.
Why is there a difference?
There's
bunch of dudes on a spaceship flying around the universe. They see some aliens.
Do you want me to explain it? Because I will spend some time here and explain it. The difference.
Give me the quick 30 seconds.
Okay, all right.
The quick one.
I
Okay.
don't think that exists.
Star Trek, they actually like explain like physics behind shit, and like there's actually like if something happens like physics wise or like something with the spaceships or something, that's consistent. It stays consistent. So it's like it's based in science, but it's still warp speed and all that shit. So, Star Wars doesn't give a shit. It's like medieval fantasy and like samurai cowboy shit, but in space.
Okay.
The way that the ships move, the way that how they go from one place to another in like 2 seconds or whatever, and all the force and shit, that makes it more fantasy.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
it's always been classified more as like a space fantasy or like a space opera.
So you're saying sci-fi implies some sort of realism?
Yeah, some sort of realism. It's been Space Wars, Star Wars, whatever the fuck. Space Force! Space Force!
Although it is funny if you think about it, because all the newer ones, ever since the original trilogy, they've been trying harder and harder to justify everything within the universe. Like
You don't need that.
No, but
Yeah.
like you have the midichlorians.
Yeah.
You've got the dark matter reactor,
mitochondrians.
whatever the fuck from episode 8 when they're talking about that. And like,
Yeah. It's like, nobody wants to hear about how shit works. Just do things. Just have fun.
Just have another lightsaber battle. Make it 13 minutes.
Pretty much.
But I'm just saying, it's not like the movie was so offensively bad that it needs to be remade in order to no one's owed a remake of this movie.
No one's owed a remake, but I would say it is slightly offensively bad.
Give it 35
Just
years.
this
then it's
much.
Acceptable.
I agree with Justin. Give it 35 years.
All right.
People will be like, it was okay. That's all that matters.
Well, that's how people are with the prequels now. It's just
I
like,
disagree
okay, we're
with
talking
that.
about Star Wars.
Yeah, we're
Every
always
fucking
talking
week.
about Star
Every
Wars.
fucking week we end up...
Just so you know, I love Jar Jar Binks.
Shut the fuck
On
up.
to the topic of a better movie.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys hear about the Akron firefighters who filmed their own porno?
Yes, I read
heard
about
about
that
it too?
yesterday.
Did you actually?
I actually
I
read
didn't
about
hear
it
about this.
while we were playing Dungeons and Dragons. It just popped up on my phone as a notification, and it was like...
When you weren't paying attention to the game?
No, it was at the very beginning.
Oh, okay,
Like,
alright.
It says something like, one placed on leave, one dismissed over porn tape, and I'm like, oh, porn, okay.
Of course.
So,
Most snitches, man. Like, who's online beating off and like, hey, that's Akron Fire Department, I'm telling. You know?
I think the weird thing is what was even more specific was someone noticed it was the gym inside of the Akron Fire Department. So it had literally had to have been another one of the firefighters who saw it. And then
Wait, is the porno released?
Apparently
Is
they
it-
were
where can
making
I find
online
it?
porn and putting it on Pornhub or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think you can get it anymore.
What websites are these on? Where are these dastardly schemes being?
It just said Pornhub.com.
I know.
No, I'm saying put it right there.
You want me to put it right there?
No, don't. We're not putting links to Pornhub up here. Sorry.
Pornhub.
No, we're just putting Pornhub.com. And that's our sponsor.
What, you want to like mask it over his corona?
No. My mom might watch this.
Pornhub.com.
Pornhub. Hey, Justin's
Right.
mom.
We have it
Is he
right on
watch
your
his
forehead.
porn?
Write it on
here.
my forehead.
Pornhub.com.
Don't really do it.
Jesus.
I don't think your girlfriend will be too happy, or your fiance will be too happy about that.
Should I just get a
Or
picture of
she'll be
her,
really
put her
happy.
next to you, but
Oh,
she's
there we go.
smiling instead?
I don't know if she wants to be on this show.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, she
she
told
did,
me that
but-
she did. But we only really have room for one. I
You
mean,
can
as
just
you can see, there's
take a
barely
group
even-
photo and then put browsers in the bottom right hand corner.
Everybody post.
Uh,
Yeah.
Browsers.
yeah. So that happened.
Yeah, that's fun.
Did you
Anyone
see
else?
what they look like though?
I did not. What they look like?
Were they good looking?
No.
Or not?
Oh,
No, not good looking.
No. Keep going. I'll find a little picture.
All right.
I mean, I have a couple more news topics. I hate to just keep listing.
keep-
Okay.
Yeah, keep
All right.
going.
I feel like Bryn today.
Go right ahead.
Hi, Bern. Nice to meet you, Bern.
I didn't really.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, hey, Uncle Dan.
LeBron James.
So, little sadder of news. XXX Tentacion,
Tentacle porn.
however the fuck you say his name.
The wife beater.
I mean, they're not the ugliest people in the world. They're better looking than I am.
The guy kind of
You really
looks
want
like
to see
it would
this
be
guy's
him.
ass
Well, no, I don't want to
the
see
whole
it.
time?
He kind of looks like the guy who would do that.
He does. He looks exactly like the kind of guy.
No, he looks like the kind of guy that would have.
Oh,
Like,
it was in Akron?
She's kind of goofy
Pictures of
too.
children.
Oh, I guess you did say Akron earlier.
Looks like
I
Jody.
glossed over that.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
Okay, what about XXX tentacle porn?
I mean, you know,
Temptation.
he was killed.
Yes.
A lot of people are either just like absolutely raising him as this like Christ-like figure in post-death,
No.
or they're like just happy about his passing.
I'm in that camp of
But-
this is the first I'm hearing of this guy's existence, and then it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Did you hear about what happened?
No, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I read that like earlier on when that like it was all over everything. I was just like,
Just because he's a scumbag and did those things to his girlfriend doesn't mean that he deserved that outcome.
Yeah.
There's still due process.
That's how I feel.
It's
about
like I
Like
don't
the
think he
people who are
deserved to
celebrating
get.
it.
But
Yeah.
he didn't get shot for shooting his for hitting his girlfriend. He got shot over what could have been just some simple mugging.
I agree completely. And one thing, it was like
But it's no great loss to our community.
It was one quote that I
In the
saw
end.
that really kind of got to me was, you know, he was the last year or so supposedly working on bettering himself after that happened with his girlfriend. And somebody said, like, you know, if Malcolm X had died at the age of 20 when this guy died,
towards you.
he would have died an abuser, thief, addict, and a criminal. Like, he hadn't changed and became that man who ended up being so pivotal for our country. Not that this guy would have been the same way, but like someone that young still has plenty of time to turn their life around and do something better. So to just be like happy about his death, just kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Now, if it's like a 90-year-old man who was a Nazi or something, like it's a little different. You had plenty of time.
Are there still Nazis from World War II still hanging around?
Well, I meant, you know, like neo-Nazi.
They're all in the
Oh.
prisons.
Yeah.
Some of them were in Argentina.
Apparently, there's one of them in Columbus, Ohio. Did you hear about that guy?
Is his name Anthony?
No, no. Do you know what I'm talking about? The guy that was like in Clintonville or something, and he had this like
shit,
liberal blog
Clintonville.
post or something like this Nazi blog post, and like he's been wanted federally because he's spreading communism or something. This is something that's been happening over the last 5
The
years.
three things you just said do not go together in the slightest, so I'm really confused right
Well,
now.
sorry.
So,
I'm horrible.
No, I'm
Not-
just... I mean, I guess the liberal and the communism go together, but the Nazi and the communism do not go together.
Yeah, Nazis are socialists. Dead air.
Dead
air.
Well, no, I mean, because he's looking that up.
I know.
But,
Talk about
Yeah,
something.
whatever. It's not. I'll look into it next
Yeah,
week.
whatever.
okay. Next week, we'll give you the hard-hitting news about the Clintonville Nazis.
This
Yeah.
likely won't happen.
We'll probably forget and not give a shit.
Every time we say we're going to do it, we don't.
Yeah.
But also, you know, John McAfee ended up in the hospital. Not quite sure what the fuck happened to him. But
Probably
Yeah.
got a virus.
he woke up in the hospital and he's threatening to
Oh.
raise hell against whoever the fuck hurt him. And just remember that man ran for president. That man's going to run for president again in 2020. And
Yeah.
that man most likely killed someone years ago.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Which one?
Oh
John
yeah,
McAfee.
yeah. That
So-
guy is bad. Have you ever heard him talk?
Oh, he's batshit crazy.
Yeah, he's a motherfucking weirdo.
He's the libertarian.
Does
that
he
gives
sound
libertarians
crazier
a
than
bad
Bernie does?
name.
Bernie.
Bernie.
Bernie's not a crazy person.
No, but I know a lot of people who think he's a crazy person.
Oh.
No,
I don't think he's a crazy
he's
person.
just an old man. He's just... No, John
You
McAfee.
just a crazy person.
The one
That's,
person.
that's not crazy person.
No, it's just it's the old guy with a New York accent.
He's the literal definition of a barumph. That's Bernie Sanders. He's a
Barumph.
barumph.
What is a barumph?
That I just did. Barumph. The 1%.
I thought
Barumph.
it was like some mix between Donald Trump's
No.
Trump and Barack.
It's
Barumph.
just a sound effect.
No.
Because you hear Bernie talk and all you picture is barumph.
Like if Bernie's a barumph, then Trump is just a fart. Like, nah. Nah.
But yes,
He's not
McAfee...
nearly tight butthole enough. He's real loose butthole.
He's real loose butthole. Yeah, I'd agree with that. When he
what do you think
poops,
about
it just
President's butthole?
falls out.
That's the legimbub.
I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see our president's butthole,
No.
champ?
Oh, come on.
You don't want to see the Stormy Daniels tape?
What about
I want to see.
What about the Russian pee tape? Where it's him in a Russian hotel room, a bunch of hookers peeing on him.
I'll see that too. Got the link?
Don't bash it till you try it.
So, back to what you brought up earlier, actually, yesterday, unrelated to P-Talk, because I don't want to get into that shit.
Oh, speaking of P-Talk.
We got 3 minutes, just so you know.
Okay. 3 minutes. Maybe we'll hold off on this then.
Can you just go ahead and do a
Maybe we'll
countdown?
just go on our break.
1, 2, 3,
What?
4, 5, 6.
What?
Should we maybe just thank our sponsors and take a quick
Oh,
break?
okay. Why are you counting?
12,
Yeah, let's thank our sponsor for this week.
3 minutes.
Our sponsor this week is
Oh, I'm real sorry. I need to interrupt you.
Oh, okay.
Last week, our Father's Day episode, we didn't honor our dads.
Oh,
We
shit.
totally didn't.
We did it for Mother's Day. We didn't do it for Father's Day. I love you, Daddy.
Father's Day always kind of gets the shafts when it comes
Yeah,
to that.
this week's sponsor is Dad's Getting Shafted every year.
Pegged by Mom.
This Father's Day, take a pegging in your ass, Dad.
With that, we'll be right back. And we're back.
I am Arizage.
You are.
Arizarin? Do you want to explain that to the people at home? Or to the Cameron, actually?
I am Arizaren from the great Far East land of Hufflepuff.
That
I know many things.
that makes no sense and was not an explanation.
Well, Cameron seems to be into it, so that's all that matters.
I know many things.
I know you know
He knows
many
many
things.
things.
Thank you. You don't.
Do you drink wine and know many things?
I know many things. I have potion.
He does have potion.
You want the potion?
No, I'm good. It's
I want potion.
it's 11 in the morning. I'm not in the mood for potions right now.
I'm gonna leave it.
Drink the potion.
Dude,
I don't
no.
think
It's Goldschlager.
Cameron's alcohol
with,
tolerance is non-existent.
yeah.
It has real gold inside of it. It'd make you poof later.
So
Like,
so
you
the
think Anthony has a bad alcohol tolerance?
Yeah, I've had some bad experiences.
so the reason Justin's
No
doing
offense,
this
my bro.
bad accent
Oh.
is
This good accent is great. I don't know what the problem is.
last night we
broken.
played our first game of Dungeons and Dragons, which on the
We did.
podcast we talked about last week that we were going to do it, and then we did it last night. It was fun. What did you guys think about it?
Oh, I had a ton of fun with it.
Yeah.
I was playing as a hobbit. Actually, they're called halflings,
Yeah,
my
halflings
bro.
due to copyright
Yeah,
infringement.
due to copyright.
Yes.
Literally due to
The
copyright.
the Tolkien
infringement.
estate owns the rights to hobbits.
But your bro was playing as a halfling rogue. This was my short sword I was using to rub Anthony's nipple with the whole time. Just trying to get him involved because he was pretending to be drunk the whole time and didn't want to actually play.
Yeah, what was up with that?
Huh?
It's just Anthony being Anthony.
I don't know if he was acting or if he was literally.
He didn't
being
have
twat.
any alcohol, so he couldn't have been.
Nah,
drunk.
he probably wasn't drunk. No,
No, I mean, kudos to him for getting into character, but
he was into character.
at the same time, it's like, we're playing the game. You want to do something and not waste your turn stumbling out of a cart?
I've seen him drunk once, and he's probably just fake.
Oh, I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen him drunk a couple times. He gets real hammered, but
But he's never been so drunk that he needed the
Being
bread.
fake drunk is a lot better than being real drunk sometimes.
He could have used
because
bread.
sometimes you fall over and you fucking like. puke
Sometimes
and
you
shit.
just need
That's
bread,
Sometimes you just need that bread when you're drunk.
and apple slices.
Oh
Can
man,
you
you always
tell
got to get a pack of King's Hawaiian
bro
rolls
can
right
tell us.
I
before
can
a
tell
big
it.
binge.
Okay. Can I tell you guys a story about the first time Cameron ever got drunk?
okay.
The only time.
The only time.
How old are you, Cameron?
How old am
He's 24.
Old
I?
enough.
24. I think I'm 24. I was like,
Right?
am I 23 or am I 24?
I think you're 24.
Yeah, I'm
What year and month were you born in?
That's a
Alright.
good sign that you're
94,
actually 24 when you
94,
get to the age where you stop actually remembering your
I know.
age.
That's
Yeah,
what
at some
I was
point
asked the
anymore.
other week, and I was just like,
like
24.
every time someone asks me, I'm
Yeah,
You guys are gonna hit the cusp of 25 here soon. and
I already
then,
am.
and then you're just gonna
25?
stop.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
All right, so tell the story.
So my bro Cameron here, he moved into his new apartment at the time with his at the time GF.
Mm-hmm.
She's now his fiance.
Financing.
And yeah, his fiance. And he's buying a whole bunch of alcohol. He's never really had a lot of alcohol in his life.
I
so
didn't buy the alcohol.
He's buying a bunch of alcohol, and we're throwing this party for him. He wants to make it big because he's excited. He's moved into his first apartment.
Yeah, it's your first house, time to throw a rager.
Oh, yeah.
And
time to get naked with your buddies.
We did that, but we were poor, so we just had a big old pack of Pabst.
Yeah, it was just Pabst and Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Ours was crazy.
And one of the things that he bought was a whole bunch of 99 bananas. Was it 99 bananas or 99 apples?
Both of them.
Both of them? Oh,
What the hell
But
is
I
this?
like
Is that the stuff you get
bananas
from like the non-liquor aisle?
It's like
No,
it's in the liquor
it's
store.
high proof. It's 99
It's
proof.
like
What
So
is
it's-
it? Is it banana flavored?
it's like a vodka.
It's
but
imagine if you took like just the worst tasting alcohol ever and you poured it on a bunch of Runts candy
the banana ones.
and then you just drank the
No, it was kind of good. Like
I hated it.
All right,
But then they had
Runts
the
bananas
green apple
or
ones.
Laffy Taffy banana.
I like the Laffy Taffy banana.
I like
I do
Laffy
too.
Taffy banana.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have a drink with it.
But yeah, that's basically what it tasted like. And this dude drank
I probably took like 8 shots of it at least.
8 shots.
But I was also drinking like so.
Various
everyone
other
came
shit.
over at like it was like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So I just had like a beer and like
Yeah,
a
I
White
was
Tart or
one
something.
of the last people
And then-
there, and everyone was already pretty intoxicated by the
Yeah,
time
so
I
I start drinking this. Not the last thing I really remembered was we ordered pizza, and I
up.
remember like
It's always
That's where it always goes
I
down.
think I like answered the door and like
You
gave
keep
him
drinking
money,
while you're waiting for the pizza.
and then after
Yeah.
that. I remember I hit my head like I was getting in the fridge and I opened the freezer and I like hit my head on it
Oh,
and I just started cracking up and I didn't know if anyone saw it. I think one person saw it and we both laughed and I was like shit. So then I just started eating pizza and I remember I was like trying to stand up off the couch and Anthony kept pushing me down and I just
Sounds like
kept getting
Anthony.
back up and he just kept pushing me back down. There's a video somewhere. But. So then the last thing I know I'm just like passed out.
I remember he took his, at the time, GF into your other room and just farted on her face.
Oh,
Was that
no.
that same night?
No, I remember what happened. So
Is that an orgy?
So I had to,
No.
after I ate all that pizza, I had to throw up so bad. So I like go down the hallway, and everyone's still like in the main room. There's like 12 people there, so it's crowded. And I go in the bathroom, I lock the door, and I just start
Never
vomiting.
lock the door when you're
I start
drunk.
Yeah.
throwing up in the sink, and the sink is just full.
Oh shit, I've done that.
It's like full of puke.
I did that at his house.
So I'm embarrassed, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to leave this here. What do I do? So they're trying to get in the door, and they're like taking the lock. So I start scooping up the puke.
no!
Throwing it in the toilet.
No!
And I keep
your
throwing
hands?
it. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then they finally pick the lock, and I'm just like, no. So then I just start throwing up in the toilet. And there's like 4 people like taking care of me, and they take me to the bed, and I just
Here's
like,
some water, buddy.
because there was I think it was like the
I've
college
always been
football.
water, bro.
It wasn't the national
time for
championship,
water,
but the
Brian.
game before.
Yeah, it was that night of
And
the
I wanted to know.
quarterfinal.
I wanted to know the score of the game. I was like, I just want to watch the game and be with my
It
friends.
was that game. Ohio State was just running a train on Alabama. They were up by like 40 points,
But they had me like locked in the
He
bedroom.
kept coming in because he needed proof that it was happening.
Yeah.
And I kept begging them for bread.
And
Because it
yeah,
would absorb the alcohol.
so by the end of the night, I'm about the only person who's
There's
not
nothing in your stomach
intoxicated
at all.
because I had to work at 7 in the morning the next day. So I was kind of just keeping everybody alive.
Yeah.
I-
As you usually do.
I hear this noise, and he's just down the hallway like this, just like trying to stagger down the hallway, and he's like, I need bread. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I need bread for the alcohol. And I'm like, okay, I'll go get you some bread. So I get him like 2 pieces of bread, and I hand it to him. And he's just standing in the hallway like this, just like eating bread. And then I'm like, okay, and I like take him back to his bed. I like go back into the other room. I'm like sitting down. I hear him crawling down the hallway again. I come back out and he's like, I need more bread.
They keep
I'm like,
throwing me back in the
I'm
room.
like, dude, you already had 2 pieces of bread. And he's like, I just need a little bit more to soak up the
And then
alcohol.
I was so paranoid. I was like, everybody be quiet. Be quiet. The neighbors are going to hear us.
So I gave him 1 more piece of bread, took him back to his bed, and then he comes back down again, and he's like, I need more bread. And I'm like, I'm not giving
All
you
right,
any
you
more
should have
bread.
just gave him the whole goddamn loaf at
No,
this
'cause
point.
I knew what he was going to do is he was just going to eat it all and then throw it all back up.
Oh.
One
I
time I, gave
just wanted
somebody
him
bread and
enough
they
to,
just
like-
squished it with their fingers into these bread balls.
Dude,
and
that's
then they
good.
kept asking me for bread, but they weren't eating any of it. They
Oh.
were just squishing
I
it.
like to squish it and then eat it.
Who did that?
I don't remember who it was,
Oh.
but this happened. Can I have some bread? And then just like, squeezing it. And I'm like,
You-
you need to eat that.
You got so drunk one time you defied the laws of physics and threw up upward. upward
Oh, no,
into the
nothing.
yeah. You were
threw
trying
all
to
over those cabinets.
yeah. He was trying to puke into the sink in the kitchen over there, but ended up getting it all over the.
He does have a very aggressive.
Yes. Yeah, when
I do,
I've
okay.
seen you vomit, which is very rarely, it's like
That's 'cause I
aggressive.
don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
When I drink,
That's good,
I vomit.
man. Like a sober friend.
Man, I hate vomiting when drinking now.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
it's the
vomited
worst.
while
I
drinking
haven't done
in
it since
years,
then.
but it's not.
Especially when it comes out your nose.
I don't drink liquor.
I haven't had that happen.
Because then
but
if it comes out my nose, then I get a nosebleed too.
Yeah.
Damn.
You guys ever had green beans come out your nose while you puke?
I have not.
This happened to me in elementary school.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Not me. I've seen this happen.
Oh.
We had at school lunch. Somebody ate the green beans, and then they,
Nice.
yeah.
You gotta chew your food, dude.
You gotta chew your food, dude.
Gotta chew your food.
Whole
I don't remember if it was whole beans, but it was like that slop stuff where they're like
Yeah.
all separated and all that. And it was like,
stringy and shit.
What's up?
What else did we have today?
Well, we were playing D&D, and then we got
I think it was me.
on the topic talking about my bro's first experience.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had a lot of fun playing D&D.
D&D. Yeah. I mean, it
I
always.
did not expect us to take as long as we did. I don't know if that's the normal flow.
It is.
I just
It
didn't expect
it
it.
is.
Well,
I thought you guys would have gotten a little further, but there was quite a bit of dicking around, which is totally cool. It was
I'm an
hilarious.
inquisitive person. If
Yeah.
I'm going to find out if I can throw a log across the river, I'm going to try and find out if I can climb
Yeah.
up the side of a chimney.
Yes.
I'm going to try and find out if I can tame that fucking wolf. I ask a lot of questions.
Oh yeah. Like the lock thing, I didn't even expect. I was like, okay, sure, yeah. Well, you didn't end up doing it. Ben ended up because
Again,
'Cause
it was my idea.
right.
You're giving Ben all of the credit. I came up
Well,
with
yeah,
the
he's-
Nobody
ideas.
got inspiration points though. So.
That's true.
Yeah, I think there might have been like one thing somebody did. It was either the wolf thing or what.
You
Well,
tried to give Boggin inspiration points at the very beginning, but his attack failed. So
oh yeah, what was that for?
I don't remember.
He was gonna do some. I think he was gonna try and scare away the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but his
then it failed.
dumbass shout thing failed, and so he didn't do anything. But yeah, no, it was pretty fun. Like it was definitely all the work and learning how to DM throughout the week definitely helped out. Like I wasn't lost or anything. It wasn't too hard to like look up a spell or rules or whatever. But I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm looking forward to.
Next time.
Yeah, the next time we continue and you guys can finally beat part 1 of the quest.
You wanna tell my bro about the person that we found right before it ended?
Huh? Oh, no, because he's here.
Oh.
He's not allowed to know yet.
Well, you guys continued.
Can I just
No, we didn't continue. No.
Can I just at least tell him that character's name, since we did find out the character's name already?
No, you didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, you
You
didn't.
said it out loud.
You haven't found it out in the campaign.
You said it out loud. I wrote it down.
What?
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, something about pussy smash.
Because we
Oh, did I?
Because
Oh,
we
okay,
got
then
such
yes.
a high perception check. You wanna
Oh,
just tell
okay.
his
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
My
Tell him. Yeah, go
You
ahead.
remember? I don't remember.
Huh? It's Gronkulus Pussy Smasher,
Nice.
and then so he goes by Gronk for short. He
Sounds about right.
was the fifth character because the starter set came with like 5 characters, but we could only get 4 people to play with us.
Yeah, because we couldn't convince anyone else to give it a
Yeah,
try.
because everyone else thinks it's gay, and it's not.
My bro doesn't have the imagination.
Shouldn't use that word.
I know.
Alex does.
I'm just quoting other people
My
who
bro
have
Humble Bun had fun
not
with
necessarily
it.
him, but it's not. It's fun. It's a fun
I don't
game.
even think I used the G word whenever I was contesting it.
No, oh no. I mean, I don't use that word to describe things.
People were using that word a lot yesterday.
Hmm.
Nothing.
Mostly
Never mind.
Oh. Well, I mean, if a certain character decides that they want to be gay, that's totally...
No.
Did the lighting just change?
Yeah, it did.
It
Something
did.
happened.
It did.
Was
It
it-
got more yellow.
Yeah.
Was that the lights or
Must
the
be the lighting.
I think
outside?
the sun just moved.
The demon. Oh,
Behind a cloud.
shit!
Huh.
The demon's following.
That was
Cameron.
weird.
Yeah.
Probably the Kia demon.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
just here.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. You want to go?
Hello.
Hey, I'm here.
Do you want to come in?
Not really. My stomach hurts.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Okay.
Oh, poor Jess.
So, while Justin's out there tending to whatever he's doing.
Be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Like 2 seconds.
Okay. You want to tell us why you're here, my bro?
I'm here because I got scammed by a business in the area. I got home from work on Friday, and I was just...
You want to say the date for Friday, too, just to put this all in
the
context?
date was the 22nd.
22nd.
So I get home, there's a bunch of shit on the counter because my girlfriend got all the mail, all the ads, and just threw it there. So I start throwing shit out, and I pulled this out right here. Let me see that.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those scratch off.
Kia of Easton. It's like a scratch off game.
Yeah, Kia of Easton, Columbus, Ohio.
It's
43229,
Morse
I'm
Road.
assuming?
No, 43231. About 5 minutes from my house, right? Maybe I shouldn't say that, but okay. So I get this scratch
Kia's
off
gonna
game,
come for you now.
and I'm like, all right, no one ever wins this shit. So grab a penny off the counter, and I scratch this one right here and this one right here. So I'm like, shit. If I get the TV, I'm getting the TV. If I get the Optima, I'm getting the Optima. So I scratched the middle one. And I'm like, first I didn't see that I won, and I looked at it again. Shit, so I won $5,000, right? Nice. So I go on the website to claim my prize. It says that the code is invalid or the offer is expired, and then it says, please contact the dealer. So
you contacted the dealer?
Well, I had my girlfriend call the dealer because I didn't want to. I was gonna get bitchy with them if they didn't give my money.
Your motherfucker.
So she calls them, and it's on speaker, so I hear it. And she basically tells them she got this thing in the mail, scratch it off, and she won. And the lady says, she says that, that promotion's already over. And then so we say, well, we just got it in the mail today. How's it already over? And
The
she said,
22nd.
She said,
right?
Yeah, this is the 22nd.
And it ended the 18th.
Yeah, so in the
it
fine
says
print,
on the front, June 13th,
on here,
18th.
So theoretically, they mailed it late, and yet it still didn't arrive until 4 days after.
Right.
After
But
the
this
end
is
date
where
for
it
the
gets-
promotion.
This is where I got pissed off because she says, "Oh yeah, those were mailed out late, but the promotion's already over."
Yeah.
So if they mailed it out late, to me,
yeah,
that's on them. That's shady.
That seems like some shady fraud stuff. Like you try and do a promotion to get people to come into your dealership, and then you don't even fulfill the promise of people coming in.
To me, it sounds like it's an intended thing where those are supposed to be mailed out late purposely. Get people to be like, they think the average person's going to, like, find this in their mail, like, a week later, not realize how late they actually received it, and just be like, oh, man, I could have won a car, but I guess I got this, like, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she probably wasn't supposed to say, like, those are intentionally mailed out late.
Oh,
She
yeah.
just accidentally kind of fucked up and just, oh, yeah, I mean, those are put out late so that this doesn't happen. and we
Yeah,
don't have to
but
pay
you
for
ended
it.
up scratching it off the day you got it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, the day the mailman came. Yeah, so it kind of proves that there's a little bit of shady
because
ass
there's
fraud.
literally no way if the promotion runs
Started-
the 13th
yeah,
through the
13th.
18th. That would even assuming that they mailed them out on the day it ended, that still would have taken 4 business days to arrive at his door. There's no fucking way. The post office is not that slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially, aren't you know the shipping procedures a little better than the rest of us, right?
Should be 1 day, max 2 days in Ohio.
Can you talk with that thing on?
It's not. It's very easy. But
You put your chin inside of it.
Yeah, but then it's not the right size for my face. And it kind of hovers over my mouth a little bit, and I don't want to get it in my mouth.
Are you afraid of looking too goofy if the chin's not poking through?
No, I just don't want to get a bunch of spit all over the bottom of it.
That's a good point.
Because I might not be the only person wearing this. So.
But
Yeah. So now I'm just wish I had my money, but so we
this man is owed his $5,000, Kia.
Yeah, fuck you,
we
Kia
contacted
Easton.
the news just for shits, and they said they're gonna run it by their producer, but. who knows?
Well,
Not-
we're-
not-
I
probably
thought
nothing
NBC4
But
was
if they
supposed
do,
to care about the common man.
if they do, maybe.
ABC6 on your side.
I think it's NBC4.
No, I think it was ABC.
Oh, is it ABC6?
Who's
Then-
on your side?
Fox got back to me too. Well,
I'm not
Fox
surprised
said.
Fox-
Oh, did you contact multiple?
Well, Fox said,
Fuck yeah,
"Hi,
you
I
as well."
messaged you on the ABC page, so because they're like sister stations or
Right.
what you call it." But Yeah, they said we'll see what happens, but I
Yeah.
doubt anything will happen.
Oh yeah, I mean,
but I told them I just want to.
if anything, they can run some.
About this shady
Yeah,
business.
this is a fucking scam. That's literally what this is.
They could run some investigative journalist shit into like, oh, look at what local business Kia dealership is doing here.
But the problem is, it's not even just Kia dealers, because you also had a similar experience a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah. Last year.
Last year, okay.
Yeah, last year. I received a very similar mailer as he did, and I scratched it off, and I won a Dodge Dart, brand new Dodge Dart. So I look at the promotion, and similar to him, I see that. I don't know when I received it. I actually do think I fell into that category where it might have been a little too late. I may have fallen into that category, but we check the mail pretty regularly, so I don't really know how it would have got past us.
Yeah, because the microphone's definitely making you louder there.
I need to be picked up here.
It's helping.
So,
I hear more clearly now.
In case you're listening to this, I'm currently wearing an inflatable space helmet.
It's not inflatable.
Well, it's like...
Does that hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt.
Really?
Does this hurt?
Well, it's a helmet. It's supposed to keep you...
The side of the helmet doesn't have much padding.
Well, no. Well, that's why I was feeling
So
it.
anyway,
It does have some padding
I
to
called the
it.
dealership, and I'm like, here's the situation. I think I won this car. And they're like, oh, well, you had to bring that in like 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, how the fuck does this work? Like,
How are you
okay,
supposed
well,
to do that?
I thought I won. Well, we still have cars for sale. And like, okay, so did anybody win the car? They're like, no, nobody won the car. And I'm like, okay.
You're like, I won the car.
I
won the fucking
You
car,
won.
but you mailed it out 3 weeks late.
That's like when McDonald's like does the Monopoly shit, and they spread out all the winning token. You know, like Boardwalk and was it Park Place, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, those are the $1 million ones.
Yeah.
There's so few of them. They're so far spread out that it's virtually impossible for anyone to win that shit.
It's still possible, though. That's the big difference.
Yeah, that's how they've gotten around
Remember
it.
the scam a few years ago?
Yeah, there was. They got into some.
Or something.
I think that was like some internal shit, and they went to jail for that. But like McDonald's themselves, I think they got in trouble like even further back with like intentionally not. Distributing something. I don't know, but they have to like technically make it so there is a chance to win, even if it's like a 0.0000001%.
Well, if you sign up for the online, you can.
But that just seems like straight up fraud.
Well, on here it says odds of winning 5,000 cash, 1 in a million. Odds of winning flat screen, 1 in a million. So it's all like 1 in a million for each one. But
and you got your 1 in a million.
I won the lottery finally.
Yeah, especially if they admit that they sent them out late.
Yes.
And obviously other car dealerships do this. I don't know. Yeah, and I believe that they would do that shit just because car dealerships are the shadiest fucking businesses that exist.
But that's the thing, is it's like it's just clearly rigged. It's fucking bullshit.
Who's Reginald Favor?
I don't know.
The guy who used to live there before.
You gotta be kidding me.
What
happened?
Did I not hit play? I didn't hit record.
Oh,
I'm a retard.
we don't use that.
We don't use the R word on that, dude.
But this one's still recording? Like, we got audio or video?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah. There's video on that
that's
one.
Cool.
I'm just
My
not
bro was
really
in
in
frame
it.
the whole time.
Let's go ahead and just take a quick break here
Yeah.
because we're coming up on that anyway.
That's good.
So we'll take our second break. We'll be right back. Hopefully I fixed the camera thing because I'm a dumbass. Woo woo. We're back again
We are back. And now,
with candy bars.
excuse me, these are wafers.
Oh, they're still candy bars.
It says wafer.
All right, so
Okay.
let's
Fine.
give a little context here. So, your boy Justin used to live in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
His favorite candy bar was called Coffee Crisp. So a few years back, I started trying to get people from Canada to send me these bars. So our buddy Alex, he goes to Canada.
Yeah, actually, was it last week or the
Yes,
week
it was
before?
last week.
Yeah, last week he Justin got a phone call during the show, which was Alex in Canada at a gas station, and
And
he
if you watch
and he.
every episode, you should know that.
You should know that. You should memorize our shows by now. He asked Alex specifically for.
Oh, I'm not gonna bash him on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, no, but he asked him for some coffee crisp.
I asked him for some coffee crisps, and he did deliver on.
He did deliver
some coffee crisps.
some of them, not all of the promised coffee crisps, but some of them.
Delicious
Yeah.
coffee.
So I'm actually hungry, so I want to eat.
I'm curious to see how this is.
So
This is now an ASMR podcast.
This is kind of a cross between. Well, so in Canada and England or whatever, they eat like breakfast biscuits and shit. So this kind of falls into that middle of the day, eat with your tea kind of thing.
I like the smell a lot.
And it has a wafer on the inside. And as you breathe, you can kind of taste coffee.
Oh yeah,
This would go good with coffee.
it would. Does it go good with your coffee, my bro?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel kind of weird just eating a candy bar.
I know,
and
we
not speaking,
we
but-
just turned into review, bro. We're just a bunch of silence, and we're all just eating fucking candy.
Going
Somebody
in.
go get me a knife and fork.
Here's the
For 5 minutes, we're just eating
Coffee Crisp Canada treat. Going in.
Go give him that little close up on it.
Yeah.
Or well,
Oh, yeah.
Let him see the
Oh yeah,
wafers.
where he does the. It has to autofocus.
You're not wearing a suit, and you're not
No,
drinking a
I'm not.
Starbucks
Is it
water.
on static?
I don't nearly care that much about my appearance on the show, so I mean, I literally rolled out of bed, went like this, and then came on.
So yeah, this is my favorite candy
These
bar.
are good as hell.
Mm-hmm.
They don't sell them in the United States.
They're fucking
They need
messy.
to.
They're a bit messy.
Oh.
So we gotta start a Kickstarter to get it in the U.S.
Kickstarter. I feel like you're.
What?
They're a goddamn fruit fly.
Oh,
It smells it. It wants it.
Yeah,
I feel like you're better off petitioning Nestle to just start carrying it in America. Where the hell did he come from?
I'll sign that petition.
Yeah,
So-
those are pretty good.
I need to find a way to get this.
So do you think it was worth having this imported to me from Canada?
Yes.
I mean, didn't cost you anything other than the price of the bar, right?
Well, he didn't make me pay for them, and I offered to pay for all of them. So I'm good with that.
So then, yeah. it
Well,
didn't cost
thank you, Alex, for bringing those.
Thanks, Alex. What episode was he on? It was episode like 3?
4.
For something, I don't
Is this
know.
Hey, he's the guy
Conferencing?
who was what?
Is this Alex?
Yeah, our roommate.
Yeah.
Crimpy.
He's the guy who was over on the corner during an episode. Just send him a thank you email.
No. I don't
Random
know. We
people on the
appreciate it.
internet.
Yeah. So another news topic that we had to hold off on until this monstrosity arrived is Donald Trump, the president of the United States, has proposed to the army people, you know, the people who do the army and the military.
We don't have fucking Space Force!
Space Force!
You were just taking a little too
Space
long.
Force!
Space Force doesn't need brevity. Space Force needs you just...
Space Force is about action. Space Force is about going into space and kicking some alien ass.
We gonna kill them aliens, we gonna bring them son of bitches back, and we gonna take their corpses, and we gonna throw them at our enemies.
We're gonna have
We gonna
bases on the
scare 'em.
moon. We're gonna have bases on the Mars. We're gonna the outer reaches of the universe and kick some alien ass and fuck alien women. Because that's what Space Force do.
Alright, well, didn't we learn from Avatar that we shouldn't fuck alien women?
I don't know, did we learn
I-
anything from Avatar?
Do you can have sex with, like...
James Cameron can make anything and people will go see it.
Do you remember anything from Avatar? Because
Yeah, dude.
No.
Here, hold your hand out and do this. This is how we have sex. You know, this is our tails.
okay.
You know, you just connect your tails.
You guys are in love now.
Because I've never seen Avatar, but I hear
haven't
that
seen
it's
it?
the most forgettable movie of all time.
Have you
You never saw it?
Yeah, we've been over this.
I've only seen little pieces of it. I can't get into it.
Yeah.
I don't... It's not
You're
that bad.
one
It's
of like
just
the
a sci-fi
dozen
movie.
people in the world that never saw it.
I had literally no interest in seeing it when it was
Neither
in
did I. I
theaters.
still saw it though.
I've probably
And
seen
then
a
all
fourth
I've heard was nothing but like mediocre things about it. So I was like,
Why? Everything
if
I heard
it
was that it
ever
was the
gets
greatest
added to
thing ever.
Netflix or
I like
something,
the
I'll give
movie.
it a chance.
It's
but
on HBO right now.
I don't have
I know.
HBO.
Oh, I know somebody who does.
Yeah,
Well,
but
well,
that's
You can
is
watch
it-
my
is it-
HBO.
Is it worth it?
I like
It's
it.
like
it's a
3
sci-fi
hours
movie.
long.
It's really
No.
long. It is
No.
really long. It's about this handicapped
You won't
dude
like
who
it.
gets a new
I
body
won't like
and
it. Watch me end up fucking loving this movie.
coming back and
Go
yelling
ahead.
right next to me, what's your fucking deal, man?
Also, everything is now in papyrus. I only write in papyrus.
Yes, that's right.
As long as it's not Comic Sans.
Oh, I love Comic Sans. It's one of my favorite fonts.
You're a Comic Sans criminal?
Oh, I love Comic Sans.
So you guys excited for Space Force? Are you guys going to sign up for Space Force?
All right. Hypothetically, Donald Trump comes out next week, and he discloses some things about Area 51, and there are aliens, and they are coming to get us, like some Avengers Thanos shit. What is your opinion?
I don't think anyone would believe him.
No, they were...
I don't think anyone... I think people would just think he's off his rocker.
But the thing is, if there really was something in Area 51, like alien-wise, he would have already told us by now, because he can't fucking hold anything in. I'm not
it's a
even
matter
saying
of
that
national
to insult
security, and as Bryn said, as we were talking about this the other day, if we did find out there were aliens, the fucking place would go nuts. The whole country...
That's why a lot of
the whole
conspiracy
world would go
theorists
nuts.
latch on to the theory that the government knows about aliens, because, of course, they wouldn't tell us, because there would be, like, mass riots.
I agree with that, but I think that the man in charge is someone who wouldn't be able to control
Oh,
himself.
no, I agree with that, absolutely.
That's my thing, is I'm saying I don't think he could hold it in.
Yeah, no, his dumb ass would find out one little thing and be like, ooh, I gotta tell everybody about this.
George Bush could have seen him, and they'd just be like, oh, no, those are cats, George. And he'd be like, oh, okay, I like a pretty little cat over
How you
there.
doing? How you doing there, little cat? All right. Oh, he's a feisty tiger.
He's faster than them Texas cats.
Oh, yeah.
Cheney just pulls a shotgun out and shoots it.
Yeah.
Cheney.
This is being mounted on my wall now.
Is the Stranger Things monster, is that from space?
No, that's from Dungeons and Dragons.
It is?
Huh?
The Stranger Things?
Oh, you mean like where they came up with it, or like where it came from?
Where it came from?
Oh, it's from another dimension.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
The
is
de-
that
the
a
Demigorgon.
space
They
station?
spoiled the fucking show for me.
Huh?
Have you not seen any of it?
I saw the first, 4 episodes.
Oh, that's not really that much of a spoiler.
No.
How did you not?
Creepy shit happens.
I've seen
I know we talked.
I
about
got
this,
halfway
but-
through and I just... My ability to process all of the nostalgia bait in that show is just... It's the same reason I have no interest in seeing it. I'm just really burnt out on nostalgia shit right now.
It is a...
Stranger Things.
I mean,
it's not that
poorly-
bad.
no,
it's not as bad
poorly
as
done,
people
but
are like.
still,
It's so nostalgic about everything.
I was
but
at PAX
it's
Zone
just.
the
It's
other
literally
day,
just
and
set in
they
the
have
'80s.
shirts that are literally look like you were from the 90s. Like, talking like big red stripe, big blue stripe with yellow stripes in between it, and they're selling it for like $60 a shirt. And I'm like,
That
dude,
sounds
you
like
could go to
PAX Zone.
Goodwill.
Yeah,
and
PAX
get
Zone.
Yeah,
this.
find that shit like some real
Like,
shit.
I could go in my dad's closet and find this right now. Like,
That's
I'm
why
not
we're
paying my
sponsored by
money for
Nike
it.
now.
The fucking hat combo
Yeah,
is cracking
I love
cracking
it.
me the hell
I
up.
love it. But, yeah, so Space
It's-
Force, we're
after you
all...
go to space, you got to drink some Corona because that's what we love in America is Corona.
I love
Corona,
Drink
please
it in
sponsor us.
space, though.
We're all just going to be living in an XCOM future. And
Next week, Corona sends us a big bottle.
Oh
of, like,
shit! I would love that. Corona,
Yeah.
please sponsor us. Also, PepsiCo, please sponsor us.
But, yeah, Mountain Dew, Baja Blast. I haven't chilled in a while for that.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew me.
But like, none of you guys ever played XCOM, right?
No, I have XCOM 2 on my
Yeah.
PlayStation. I
Because
haven't.
it was free. but
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
free.
touched
Oh,
it yet.
yeah, I haven't.
It's just funny because like I remember I got big into that when the version that was on the Xbox 360 came out, like the remake of it. And you just like name all your soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
Like I just
Tell me
named them
about
all
that.
people. Like
Mhm.
my bro Cameron here was one of the first to die, along with my bro Anthony. It's
I would
just
have killed him too.
poor Anthony. He's had his name dragged through the mud a lot today.
We love you, Boggin.
Except for Cameron. Cameron doesn't love
No,
him.
I like him.
He likes
him
it. We
and
know
my
you're all
girlfriend have a little
Oh Jesus,
clash or
yeah.
something.
really.
He
They
thinks that he hates her. Or
Because-
he's always mean to her.
just because he's mean to everyone.
Yeah,
Anthony's not
that's
nice
just
to-
the way he be.
The only people
Yeah, I tried to
Anthony's nice to
explain
are
that.
old women, but she takes it personally.
Are you- I'm afraid of the
I
implications of
am
an
too.
inflated plastic bag on the table.
I'm just gonna finish my point real quick before
Yeah.
this pops. So it's just funny, like seeing that and then thinking about Space Force. People getting, especially if we get drafted into Space Force in the future, and we're forced to go out on these weird expeditions, and Mass Effect relays are being made, and we're all gonna fight the Geth and die. Ah!
Space Force! Moving on.
I wasn't gonna do that.
Oh, well, I did it for you.
What were you gonna do?
I was just gonna awkwardly inflate a bag and stick it on the table so people would look at it. Like, what the hell are they gonna
I
do
was
with that?
scared.
Well, I popped it for you.
I knew the pop was coming.
I know. I couldn't resist.
Pop that cherry, baby.
Yee. So we saw the Incredibles 2 this week.
We did. My bro Cameron saw it too. Right?
No, I didn't.
Have you seen the Incredibles 1?
You guys are gonna kill me, but I haven't.
You never seen the Incredibles?
Honey, where's my super suit?
I've
That's
seen
right.
Clips.
yeah, like it's been on, but I wasn't watching it.
I'd recommend if you're ever in the mood. I mean, I'm sure that your fiance would love to. Has she already seen it? Because all white girls like Disney movies.
Agreed.
Just.
Am I a white girl? I like Disney
No,
movies.
I'm not saying that you have
No.
to be a white girl to like Disney movies. I'm
Alex
just
is
saying
a white
every
girl,
white
like
girl.
Disney movies.
No, if you like Disney movies,
I'm just
you're
saying
definitely a
every white girl likes Disney. I disagree
Right.
with that. I like plenty of Disney movies. I'm not a white girl, but if you're a
My
white
bro's
girl,
a white
you
girl.
like Disney
He
movies.
just doesn't know it yet.
Okay.
Let it go. Let it go.
Anyway,
So yeah, so the
You
Incredibles
should watch it
2.
with
I was 10 years old when the first movie came out. Loved it. It's always been one of my favorite Pixar movies, if not my favorite Pixar movie.
Who's your favorite
Yeah.
character? Which one's your favorite hero?
I always liked Violet, like when I first saw it.
Oh,
And
I
she had a much bigger role in this one too. Yeah, Dash was cool too.
Dash
but
was my favorite.
I just like Violet's powers, like the
They are cool.
invisibility and the force field shit.
Yeah.
I like Frozone. That's my favorite.
Yeah, Frozen's cool. I mean, they're all cool. There's not
Yeah.
really anyone that's like shitty.
Frozone kind of reminds me of Silver
Sorry,
Surfer, and
my
I kind of like Silver Surfer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does. They definitely did a lot with his character design that was
Mm-hmm.
like styled after Silver Star. I was even thinking that in the beginning scene of 2, when he's like riding by on the ice and like trying to slow down the giant.
Straight
massive
out of Silver
grill.
Surfer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Was that an X-Men or Fantastic Four?
Fantastic Four.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he's a Marvel character, but he's owned by. Well, fuck.
Wait,
did
Fantastic
that
Four
merger
is
go
Fuck.
through?
I don't know. I don't know what's going with that.
Yeah.
It's like every giant company is
Every
merging
day
right
I see
now.
an article saying that it's happened, and then it's like, no, it didn't happen yet, but it happened.
Didn't
so.
T-Mobile buy AT&T? Or
AT&T bought out Time Warner,
But
Or
T-Mobile
they
and
want
Sprint
to.
are trying to merge right now too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Soon there's going all of our media and devices and internet is going to come through one monopolistic conglomerate.
Man, I really hope not.
Yeah, that.
Hey, that's why we're here. We're fighting the good fight.
Yeah, stick it to the man,
We're
fight the power.
independent.
Okay,
Don't let our
until
fucking
Time Warner comes to us and says they want to pay us $1 million each per year to do our show.
fuck them. I wouldn't take that shit.
Now, if Mountain Dew offers,
Yeah, if Mountain Dew offers us the shit, yeah, I'll shill for Mountain Dew. I'm
I'll
not.
show for Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
I'll
fuck
shill
that.
the fuck out of Mountain
Yeah,
Dew.
stick to the man. Don't let our piece of shit government tell you what you can and can't do.
Unless it's Mountain Dew, do everything.
Yeah,
Mountain
do what
tells you
Mountain
to
Dew tells you. Do the do. Please give us money, Mountain
Do the
Dew.
do.
What if Mountain Dew gets bought out by Time Warner? Do you take money from Mountain Dew now?
We'll cross that bridge when it
Yeah, well, yeah, the proverbial bridge made of Mountain
has
Dew.
enough integrity that they would never sell themselves like that.
Yes, Mountain Dew and PepsiCo are a fantastic company that should give us money.
Do you want
Please
to tell
give
the
us money.
cameras about how much you love the refreshing taste of Mountain Dew?
How did we get back on Mountain Dew again? We keep trying to talk about the goddamn movie, and then we keep trying to get. I don't
Love
know.
Mountain Dew.
There we go.
There
you
we
heard
go.
it here.
You heard that's a real person.
That's a real.
That's a
human
real
being.
human person that
I love
Love-
Mountain Dew.
Here.
I love Mountain Dew.
I love Mountain
Doing
Dew.
like a Spartacus thing
Yeah,
here.
I thought that's what we were going for.
Okay.
He
I
loves
love
Mountain
Mountain
Dew.
Dew!
But yeah, so back to the Incredibles.
Yeah, The Incredibles was pretty incredible.
Visually was just incredible.
Incredible.
God.
Just incredible.
The animation was incredible.
No, like
No, it really was. Like Brad Bird's directing was
Yes.
just phenomenal.
It's and I've seen other people talking about it. It's nice that they've kind of realized like you're at the limit of photorealism, so instead they dial that back a bit, but make everything much more detailed and
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, and it's-
genuine looking within the world.
Yeah, there was, the action sequences, you could tell what was going
Oh
on.
my
They,
god, the Mindslaver action sequence
um,
was incredible.
when he's in when Elastigirl's in the apartment. Yeah, so there's been warnings about like the strobe.
Yeah, Screenslaver.
Yeah, the strobe effects or something. Like the
They're
movie
bad.
theaters have been
that
put.
shit made me a little
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
my
I don't
eyes
get
were kinda-
uncomfortable.
I wasn't too. Sometimes I'll get like kind of like ooh, but that didn't really turn me off. I thought it was
Did it turn you on?
It turned me on.
Okay.
Because Elastigirl's thick old booty was there throughout the whole movie. Let's
Are
talk
you
about that
Are
now.
you that writer for The New Yorker who...
Oh, yeah, let me draw you a picture of Elastigirl.
Did you read about that?
No, what?
I believe it was The New Yorker or The New York Times or something. This guy was writing a
You're just going to draw an hourglass?
Oh my gosh. This guy was writing a review of The Incredibles 2. And instead of talking about anything for the movie, the first 3 paragraphs are purely dedicated to Elastigirl's butt. And how, like, it's going to make dads uncomfortable. And he was like, you can hear the sound of fathers squirming in their seats. And then he's had some sort of a...
I wasn't uncomfortable.
Some sort of a connection to 50 Shades of Grey. And, like...
See, that's just shitty journalism. Like,
oh, I mean, most journalists
that's
are
actually
shitty.
not a bad drawing.
Except for our bro Sean holding it down in New York City. You want to thank our bro Sean for holding it down
Thank you, Sean.
as a journalist?
Holding it down.
He's doing a good job.
Yeah, no, he works for Business Insider now. Oh, shit, I don't want to
Really?
say too much. Yeah.
Damn.
I actually
Doing it big,
read an
man.
article of his,
Really?
then found out later it was from him. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've
the
always
only...
hated it.
So the only reason I... Oh, okay, he's done.
Elastigirl.
Big old thick booty.
Big old...
So, yeah, the only reason I bring that up isn't
Bye,
to,
Gab.
like, be like, oh, her character is only about the butt. But they definitely made her butt fucking gigantic in this movie. A lot bigger than the first one. And every establishing shot of Elastigirl, I swear to God, it's the butt, and then they'll zoom out to whatever the hell's going on.
Yeah, it was really weird that they were, like, not trying to sexualize her in that matter, but, like... But they kind of were at the same time.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, it's one thing when you're using real actors and you have to have specific angles just because of the way that people are. But when you're creating this entire environment, you can't tell me that you had to have, like, her entire body just like this, like, right in front of the camera. Like,
right. Yeah, but I mean, I enjoyed what they did with her character as far as, like, you know, the writing of her character.
yeah,
like,
no.
Yeah, they did the thing where the mom goes out, now she has the job, and the dad has to stay home and care for the kids, and he realizes it's quite a bit, you know, harder than it was. But then the dad learns how to be a better father, and then Elastigirl learns...
what is... Spoil too much.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but...
It'll be a while before I
But, yeah.
But I do want to bring up, too, I know when we were watching the movie, the story is very predictable.
Oh, yeah. Within the first 5 minutes, you and I, like, leaned over and, like, you know what's going to happen? Yeah. All right, cool.
But...
The villain looked like she was strung out on drugs.
Spoiler, by the way, I guess, so...
Yeah, it is a spoiler.
Yeah.
How is it a spoiler?
Yeah, I mean, if
when
you...
see the druggie on the screen, you know it's the villain?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Right. Well, I figured from the previews, because she wasn't in the previews.
Yeah.
I figured it was Bob Odenkirk's character. It was pretty obvious.
And I thought it was going to be, sort of, and then as soon as I saw the sister, I was like...
As soon as she came on, it was, like, pretty apparent that they're either working together or it's just her or something, so, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a little predictable, but, like, it was just so well done that it didn't matter. It didn't take me out of it at all, where I was just, like, bored the whole time because I knew it was going to happen. Because, like, obviously you see the twist coming, but the way that they do it, you're still engaged throughout the entire thing because it's about the characters. It's not about the giant explosions or the setting or, you know, what's happening. It's about the characters, and that's what Pixar does well.
Yeah, and it was very predictable, but it was so enjoyable and it was so well done, like you said. And I genuinely enjoyed the B and the C plots so much too, like, you know, Mr. Incredible fucking around with the kids.
Yeah, I almost liked that better than the A plot.
I did.
Yeah.
I did like that better.
Yeah, I wanted,
But-
just like the kids going through adolescence and...
Yeah. But,
She going through adolescence.
But, I mean, you know, how many superhero movies that you watch do you actually not predict what's going to happen pretty
Right.
well on?
Yeah,
I think the only one I can think of that really actually threw me was the villain reveal in Spider-Man Homecoming. Not the villain reveal himself, but just who the villain was within the world of the movie.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't want to... Have you seen Homecoming yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you did finally
Yeah, I
see
did.
it? Okay.
I loved it.
You know, like when Peter's in the back of the car and it's Michael Keaton, the dad, the Vulture, is his girlfriend's dad.
Yeah.
Like,
that was
legitimately
shocking.
Was like,
I was like, shit, I did...
yeah.
Well, it's because she was black, and then
It's not even that. It's just because.
Well, no, yeah, but even that, but like that wouldn't have even like come into my mind for some like that's obviously it's fine if you have an interracial relationship.
Sounds like someone's a racist over here.
Ah, shit, you got me.
Cameron
you got
and I
me.
are standing against racism.
But you never, like Hollywood just doesn't do that.
Here.
Like they never give a shit. But if they do, they have to like shove it in your face and be like, look. We're not racist. We're making things inclusive. It's never just like matter of fact, which was cool.
It wasn't.
It was so good. Yeah, they never addressed that whatsoever. But like as far as like trying to guess what.
Yeah, I know.
He's drawing even more. Okay, whatever.
You made it look like she wasn't wearing a shirt, so I had to.
No, you made it so she wasn't wearing a shirt.
No.
Now we're just objectifying women on the program. We don't objectify women. We love women.
Yeah, I like my women without their bras on.
Oh, Christ. Here we go.
What?
You were the one who brought up Elastigirl's butt.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I had a point with that. Also, she does have a nice butt.
So, anyway, rambling. I really enjoyed the movie. Definitely had an incredible soundtrack.
Incredible soundtrack?
You need to find some other.
I know.
I was about to call that drawing incredible.
I should have read a thesaurus before.
I want to take it home. I can autograph it.
I loved the soundtrack for this movie. I've still been like listening to it.
Michael what's his
Giacchino.
Giacchino.
And it's funny because he did the Spider-Man soundtrack as well, which good Marvel movie. His soundtrack in that is only and it just goes back to what we were talking about, how Marvel clearly doesn't allow their composers to make these big iconic.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Rogue One soundtrack. He did that one, and
that
one
was.
Well, because he said he literally had 2 weeks to compose and record it.
Yeah, that's not
what.
Yeah,
that is.
Even that, it's not bad. It's
just,
no. Yeah, well, except for like the fanfare, like the old, like when it goes to the title screen. Yeah, it's a. I don't even remember what it is because it's just so generic and shitty.
It just sounds like he took like 4 different Star Wars songs and spliced them all together.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But I didn't think Star Wars sounding.
What?
Was that a sentence? I don't think Star Wars sounding.
Are you talking about The Incredibles? Because we're talking about Rogue One's soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
Because he made Rogue One's soundtrack.
Okay.
Yes, no, The Incredibles... That soundtrack sounded more like it belonged to like an old spy movie, like fucking James Bond.
Oh yeah, that's loved it.
And that's what I loved about it.
Kind of seemed like a spy versus old Batman Punch Me Up kind of.
That's kind of the whole like atmosphere of the movie to begin with, because it's kind of like with Archer where. You're not quite sure when it takes place because there's like technology from like all different eras, all different like styles going on, like the house they end up staying in is like very like James Bond super villainy looking thing, but there's a flat screen TV that comes up, so it's like so it's its own unique style, which is really cool. Same with like Venture Bros. Venture Bros has that like vintage kind of feel and
the flat screen was definitely
coming out from the.
No, that flat screen was like not a current generation flat screen.
Yeah, he's right.
Oh, because it was a little thicker. Oh, okay.
But also that makes sense because of the time when the other movie came out.
I guess.
There's
I
a
guess
lot of age difference between the characters and the second.
Yeah, does anyone even use a cell phone in the movie? They definitely have like communicators and shit. But I think like the kids don't have. Yeah,
kids don't have iPhones.
She calls them on a phone at the hotel, and I think he does answer just a regular phone.
Like a landline?
Yeah, they had like 2 different phones that have the spin dials on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of kids watching the movie what is that?
Kids aren't that stupid.
Like
sure?
rotary.
Because I literally watched a video. It's like top 10 things that kids don't know.
Looper or Watch Mojo are stupid.
No, this wasn't one of those. It was one of those things where kids review products from the 90s that are obsolete or something, and they give them a floppy disk, and they're like, "What's this?"
Well, if that's like the Fine Brothers shit, like of course the kids are gonna act it up and be like, "What is this? I've never seen this before."
A floppy disk is completely different from a rotary phone.
Right.
You could just tell by looking at a rotary phone the intention of it, whereas a floppy disk is just a square piece of shit.
Right. Like what? You throw it? You eat it?
But
is this a coaster? What?
Overall? What are you guys' thoughts on the movie? I think this was probably the second favorite movie I've seen this year, behind only Isle of Dogs, and definitely the best soundtrack I've heard this year.
Yeah, this might be my favorite movie I saw this year.
More than Isle of Dogs?
Yeah, I think I liked it a little more than Isle of Dogs. I did like Isle of Dogs too.
I love that.
Which is hilarious that like all the animated movies are like the best movies right now.
So
like,
far, yeah.
Yeah, Solo's.
And then we'll still get to the
down
Oscars,
on the list
and then
there.
The Boss Baby 2 will be fucking...
Oh, The Boss Baby
Oscar-nominated.
2 is gonna sweep all the awards.
Justin?
Yeah. Final verdict.
Well, since you guys said your favorite movies this year, I would have to say the ones I've seen this year, I really liked Avengers, but I also like Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, I wasn't even counting that. I was thinking of just...
You said movies
came
we'd
out this
seen
year.
this year.
Okay, that's
movies
a
that
good
have
point.
come out this year. I liked.
Yeah, Grand Budapest is the shit.
I like.
Yeah, okay, that would
I
be
liked
my- that would be
Avengers
my
a lot,
best
and I like
movie.
Deadpool, but I really like superhero movies, and I couldn't get into Isle of Dogs as much as you guys because I really didn't know Wes Anderson. I still don't know him that well, but I really did like the movie Biscotti. You know.
So what would you?
My final verdict on The Incredibles is you definitely should go out there and see it. Be aware of the seizures.
Probably 9.5 to
We'll still be
pretty close to a
giving
10.
ratings.
I don't give arbitrary ratings.
I know. I'm just giving my own.
My Rotten Tomatoes
Hack
score is
fraud.
37.
Yeah, I have my hack for it.
Yeah, no, it was good. If we are including Grand Budapest as a movie that I did see this year, obviously that's the best because that movie may or may not be in my top 10 of all time now. But what's the best movie you've seen this year, just before we go?
Mm-hmm.
No fucking clue.
What's a movie that you've seen this year?
Good question. I don't even fucking know.
Alrighty.
Oh, you saw...
Probably something stupid.
What'd you saw?
Probably something I've been dragged to.
Did you see Quiet Place?
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Quiet
I
Place.
forgot about
Yeah,
that.
have you seen that?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I like it.
they
we
saw
all
that.
saw
I
it.
haven't seen it yet.
Wait, we saw
Oh, yeah, you still never saw it.
That's-
Shit's good.
I'm trying to think what else I've been
Oh yeah,
forced
we
to
did
see.
see it.
Yeah.
You had to see...
forgot about
Alright, we're
the
kind of
new-
rambling
the new
here.
Not 30 seconds. The new Shades of Grey movie. too.
Yeah, I did have to see that. That was
Yeah.
terrible.
All right.
Absolutely
All right.
terrible.
That's our bros.
Yeah, that
plastic
about
review.
wraps it
was
up.
terrible.
Thanks, Cameron, for
Thanks to
coming
our
on
bro
the
for,
show.
For getting scammed and coming on the show.
I was
about
paid
us,
for
guys.
this.
Nah, let's wrap it up. So I got some shit to do. So PepsiCo, Mountain Dew, send us your
Sponsor
money.
us.
Space Force, we're looking at you. Tune in next week for more wacky antics like this. Thank you.
The audience wants to see you with the Space Force helmet.
Okay. I'll put
Okay.
the spit-
Yeah, I'll leave the camera on for a second.
Yes.
Now look into
You
the
know what I mean
look
about
into
the
the camera
mouth
and
thing
say
now?
Space Force.
Space Force.
That's gonna be the thumbnail.
Space Force.
You gotta get that one. It's a little closer.
Space Force. Space Force.